Kenya has reinstated a small subsidy to stabilize retail fuel prices for the next 30 days. The energy regulator says this is a reversal of Ruto government policy after public anger over the high cost of living, Al Jazeera reports. After taking office in September, President William Ruto removed fuel and maize flour subsidy, but put in place by his predecessor, saying he prefers subsidizing production rather than consumption. Announcing the end of fuel subsidy, Ruto said subsidy were a temporary solution to permanent problem and that they were unsustainable. We did away with the subsidies in August, and I am happy that we have saved our economy a huge amount of money. Instead, we announced a substantial subsidy on fertilizer which would be made available to the country's farmers to help them grow more food and thus reduce the cost of living. The government announced a new price of $27 for a 50 kg of fertilizer against the market price of $50. The move was also aimed at cutting government spending as the government seeks to get a handle on debt repayments that have forced it to deny market speculation about a possible default, Al Jazeera reports. But the subsidy cuts, as well as recent tax hikes, have increased living costs and contributed to violent anti-government protests in recent months. The Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority said late on Monday that the maximum retail price of a litre 0.26 gallon of petrol would remain constant at 194.68 shillings, which is a $1.35, shielding consumers from an increase of 7.33 shillings, which is a $0.05, which the government will shoulder through a price stabilization fund. Retail fuel prices are set in the middle of each month. The government also applied small subsidy on kerosene and diesel, EPRA said. The regulator did not provide an explanation for the government's decision. Officials from EPRA, the Ministry of Energy, and the National Treasury and Economic Planning did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Fuel prices shot up when Ruto removed the subsidies. They spiked again in July after the government pushed a contentious law through parliament that doubled the fuel tax. The protests organized in response to that law were called off last Monday after the opposition and Ruto agreed to talk to resolve their differences, the second such attempt this year. Both sides agreed that opposition to a financial bill signed into law in June should be decided in court, where it is being challenged by the opposition. In July, an appeal court lifted a suspension placed on a law that would double the value-added tax on fuel and introduce a new housing level. Like Kenya, Nigeria also removed fuel subsidy, which has also led to high cost of goods and services. Major labor unions are threatened national strike if the government fails to significantly increase salaries and provide palliative to cushion the effects of the policy. This one, they look like a Nigerian case, and the more you look, the less you see. Now, Tinubu sef is confused. Wetin come make Tinubu come back be say the issue of a naira float again is another thing. In fact, a person wey wan be like na person wey wan die so come meet person wey wan kill am. Na make everything come yaputu. And some people are beginning to speak little by little that he better go back, that there is no crime if you make a reversal. And some people have the opinion that if you know that some people are stealing, you have to deal with the corruption in the fuel subsidy. But say that they act before they think. I'm sure it's going to get to that level, and they are still how would I put it, they are still planning or speculating that the fuel price is going to go up. Kenyan people did it together, but here in Nigeria, some people will say those people that vote for APC should go and protest Nigeria will not get it right until the citizens see themselves as one. If the people will be saying they no vote, they can't say they won't come go protest. They go say now you won't go protest now because your person no win. What do you want me to do? Make they carry police. Somebody was asking me, say, does it mean they use the police and the soldiers to intimidate them while people were protesting? Yeah. That is because there is no unity among us. Just look at what happened. Kenya, almost 50 lost their lives. They did it without tribes and regions. Nigeria government should do the same. That is the only thing the poor masses are enjoying in this so-called democracy of bad leadership. And now they have refused the subsidy. We have nothing to enjoy. The only language that the government understands. Nigeria, please do the same. Let the poor breathe. Why people saying the north suffer more? How is that possible? We are not suffering in the north too. Okay, this one say they are not suffering in the north. Of course, that's why they don't even protest. Good move, banning of cheap petrol. That is the only thing that the poor gain from the government. In north, protest is against our fellow Muslim brother. Adi Bin is a Christian president. So let me tell you guys, a Muslim from the north prefer to die in hunger than to fight for his right, but call for jihad and see wonders. May God of heaven come to our rescue. The tension is building up already. What happened in Kenya will be a child's play if the judges compromise. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.